We are going on a massive, overarching journey today. In this explainer, we're going to uncover how humanity has built, broken, and completely rebuilt the systems we use to prove what is real. We'll be traveling all the way from ancient history, diving deep into modern global finance, and ultimately navigating the incredibly intricate digital realm of modern cybersecurity. So let's jump right in with a massive, fundamental question. What is the truth? I mean, how do you actually prove that something happened, that an asset has value, or even that you are who you say you are? If you really think about it, human history is essentially just a giant series of complex trust issues. From the very first moment we started trading with each other, we had to agree on a shared reality. Because without a system of truth, society just doesn't work. And honestly, this brilliant question has been driving us for a really, really long time. From ancient farmers worried about stolen crops, all the way up to modern professionals dealing with hacked digital accounts, we are going to explore the invisible architecture of human trust. We've literally spent 7,000 years building tools to establish facts, and today, you're going to see exactly how those tools work, and maybe more importantly, where they completely fall apart. Section 1. The Double Entry Revolution. Now, the quest for financial truth isn't just some modern headache. It's a deeply researched academic discipline. Tracing the history of accounting isn't just about crunching numbers. It is really about understanding how we formalize society itself. Over the centuries, accounting has faced constant challenges, always having to adapt to rapidly changing technological environments just to maintain accurate, truthful records. Picture this timeline, spanning a massive 7,000 years. Early accounting systems first emerged in ancient Mesopotamia, Babylon, and Sumeria simply to count agricultural surplus. They just needed to know exactly what was gained after the crops were harvested. Fast forward to the 4th century BCE in India, and texts like Kautilya's Arthashastra were providing incredibly detailed descriptions for maintaining financial records for entire sovereign states. Then, finally, in 1494, during the Italian Renaissance, a mathematician named Luca Paciolio introduced something that changed the world forever. That invention? Double-entry bookkeeping. Luca Pacioli didn't just invent a neat little math trick, he revolutionized truth itself. He established the fundamental principle that every single transaction must be recorded from two perspectives, debits and credits. So why does this matter? Well, it created built-in internal checks. For nearly 500 years, this brilliant two-sided ledger remained the technological core of financial truth, making the financial picture so much clearer and incredibly resilient to human error. Over time, Pacioli's simple ledger evolved into massive global standard-setting bodies. Today, we absolutely rely on audited financial statements prepared in accordance with GAAP in the United States or IFRS globally. These aren't just boring acronyms, folks. They are the modern gatekeepers of economic truth. They ensure trust and governance for corporations worldwide, trying to maintain absolute transparency in the global economy. Section 2. Truth in Global Markets. When investors hunt for value today, they rely on data as their ultimate truth. Take a look at the Fidelity Zero International Index Fund, for example. It's a foreign large blend with a net expense ratio of exactly 0%. Right below it, the Fidelity Emerging Markets Index Fund carries a 0.075% ratio. Investors use this highly specific contrast to navigate global wealth, proving that even a tiny fraction of a percent dictates the true cost and value of an investment. But here is where the truth gets a bit distorted. Let's talk about tracking error. Even if you buy an index fund that perfectly aims to mirror a benchmark, there can still be a divergence between the expected price behavior and reality. It's kind of like aiming a perfectly calibrated arrow, right? But then a sudden gust of wind throws it completely off course. This brilliantly illustrates that even in highly regulated, mathematically precise index funds, the truth of expected performance can easily be disrupted, creating completely unexpected profits or losses. And the threats to truth? They definitely don't stop at math. Financial truth is constantly under threat from general market volatility, the cyclical nature of equity markets, and get this, even errors made by the index providers themselves. Yes, if the people actually making the rules mess up the math, your fund bears the cost. It really proves that market truth is fragile, constantly being shaped by local, regional, and global events that completely blur the lines of expected returns. Section 3. Verifying Digital Identity. Okay, let's pivot to you. The number one threat to your personal digital identity today is a technique called credential stuffing. This happens when hackers take stolen emails and passwords from a low-security breach, say your local pizza shop's loyalty program, and they literally stuff them into high-value banking or corporate portals. If you reuse passwords, your entire digital life can be compromised in seconds. The truth of your identity is instantly hijacked. And just to show you how massive this threat has become, credential stuffing attacks surged by an astounding 71% in 2023 alone. This isn't just a rare occurrence happening to someone else, it is a massive, automated assault on our digital truth. If you want to know the terrifying scale of the problem, consider this. There are currently 12 billion leaked records indexed on breach tracking sites right now. That is 12 billion pieces of human identity just floating around for hackers to weaponize. Your favorite password is no longer a secret key. It's honestly just a statistic in a massive database of exposed truths. So what we really have here is a battle between human nature and security best practices. We are naturally terrible at remembering random characters, and we absolutely fall for things like MFA fatigue. During the 2022 Uber breach, hackers bypassed multi-factor authentication simply by spamming a user's phone with 50 notifications, until the frustrated human just gave up and clicked approve. The actual best practice? Hardware keys and zero-knowledge password managers. This means the provider mathematically cannot see your data, even if they wanted to. These tools take the pressure off your terrible memory and completely eliminate human error. Section 4. The ultimate security gap. Now watch how a super sophisticated security system breaks down into a terrifyingly simple process. Step 1. You lose your password and your MFA hardware key. Step 2. You call your company's IT help desk. Step 3. A human support agent has to make a judgment call while under pressure. All that zero-knowledge cryptography we just talked about, it is suddenly replaced by a deeply flawed honor system. This brilliantly illustrates the problem, perfectly summed up by this quote from Proof. Account recovery is precisely the moment when authentication has already broken down. The credentials are gone, the MFA device is lost. Sophisticated attackers know this for a fact, so they use vishing, voice phishing, to exploit human help desk agents at scale, banking on the fact that the agent has absolutely no real infrastructure to prove who is actually on the phone. To actually fix this, we have to move away from help desk judgment, which relies on assumptions and easily spoofed security questions. We need to shift to identity-first verification. This new infrastructure actually validates government IDs, uses liveness detection to ensure someone is physically present, and applies deep fraud signals. When a major global platform with 150 million users made this shift, they dropped fraudulent password resets to absolutely zero, with an average recovery time of just 12 minutes. Finally, a cryptographically verifiable record replaces a simple agent's best guess. Which brings us to our final provocative thought to tie this whole 7,000-year journey together. From ancient Mesopotamian clay tablets proving crop yields, all the way to Renaissance double-entry ledgers, straight through to the zero-knowledge cryptography of today. If all your devices are lost and all your passwords are gone, how do you prove you are actually who you say you are? The quest for truth is never truly over, so keep questioning the foundations of your own digital truth. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.